This season started out just like any other season would for me. I spent a lot of time in the early months into the late months of the summer trying to get my bow dialed in at 15 to 20 yards so I could make a good close shot and have no problems in that area, get confident with my bow again. And just like you would right up before the season, you shoot a lot and you just want to get comfortable with your bow and be ready for when that shot comes, whether it's November or December. You want to be ready with your bow. And I made sure of that. I made sure I was good to go. And then we started focusing on some food plots. We got a few of those planted and gave ourselves a late season opportunity, where that food source becomes important later on in the year. We can start focusing on those food plots and see if we can't kill one over it. The month of October was just incredibly slow for us, and normally it's pretty good, but this season just was downright horrible. I went several trips where I didn't even see a deer, and that kind of forced us to switch things up and move some stands around and really just kind of waiting on November to get going. And that's exactly what we had to do. We kind of just sat back and let the rut start and do our best to get on one then. My go-to spot come November or whenever I notice that these bucks are on their feet cruising is right behind my house. I've got a couple stands back there on our 10-acre property. It's nothing too special, but it's a good spot that gives me a good opportunity to get one during the rut. This season we didn't know of anything in there that was giant. Nothing probably over 140, 135 in that range. But there was this one buck in there that had been in there last year. He was a 6-pointer last year and a big bodied deer, pretty old we think, over 4, maybe 5. And he'd been a regular in there and I really didn't want to shoot him. I have no intention of hanging a 6-pointer on the wall. That's just how I am. But my dad, on the other hand, he really wanted me to shoot him over and over again last year. He was begging me to get him and I was like, hey man, I don't know if I can do it. But this year we kind of made the promise that if he came back in there, we were gonna have to shoot him. But I still kind of wasn't having it because he showed up on trail cam early in the year. He was a 5-pointer. He kind of had like a wrench brow deal going on, and I still wasn't convinced on him, and I really just needed something more to get me to pull the trigger on this deer.
Today's the 22nd of November, and to be honest with you, I don't have the most motivation in the world to be hunting right now. I just haven't had a whole lot of, we just haven't had a whole lot of big bucks this season that we've even seen. I haven't seen one person that, other than the one my dad killed, I haven't seen one worth shooting, so it's just another day and another hunt here. Just waiting on one of those big ones to show up and hopefully give us a shot. I mean, I haven't seen any in here where we're at. We're behind my house. We just don't know of any in here that are, big ones. There's a 5-pointer in here that my dad keeps wanting me to shoot, and I haven't got a good look at him in person, so he might be one of those deer that we take tonight just to get out of the herd and get a shot. I haven't shot at one with my bow in probably a year, so if he comes by tonight with a doe or we get another buck in here, you better believe we're gonna be shooting because it's that time of the year. So it's no longer debatable on whether the 5-pointer is getting shot tonight. If he comes through here, I'm getting me some Sitka camouflage. It's game time now. I gotta stay focused. We're in here looking for a buck that I have nicknamed Sitka-Five. A little backstory is my dad's been wanting me to shoot this 5-pointer that's in here. We kind of agreed on it last year that if he showed up this year, we were gonna shoot because he needs out of the herd, and we need him to stop spreading his 5-point genetics all around our house, basically. But the Sitka-Five, my dad promised me that if I get him, he's gonna buy me some Sitka camouflage. So I will be in this stand every day for the rest of the season trying to kill a 5-pointer, and that's all there is to it. Last night, as we were leaving, well, we were trying to get down and leave, all heck broke loose in here. Like, there were deer running everywhere. They were just chasing back and forth. There was at least 2 bucks in here chasing, and they came by about 15 yards, and we could kind of pick them out with binoculars. We think one of them was the Sitka-Five buck that I was talking about yesterday. We don't know what the other one was. The hopes this morning were to get back in here and have the same thing happen. We ran quite a few off, maybe getting in. Couldn't tell if they were running from us or if they were chasing again, but gonna rattle a little bit this morning, gonna grunt, and we'll see what happens. Trying to call him in today, boss. It might not have sounded real good, but these deer back here are kind of weird. We're going after 5-pointers, not 10-pointers. And I got a coughing cameraman. About to go Chris Bracken on him. Those dogs. Quit coughing. I see you recording. Disappointed that never.
So I bring Jordan in to film for me. He's coughing his head off. I just decide that, you know what, he's gonna cough. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna grunt, try to grunt over his coughs. But we thought that we had a pretty good shot at getting it done on this deer within the first 2 trips. It didn't work out that way, but on the second night we were there, all heck broke loose right as we were getting ready to get down. Sitka-Five chases a doe all around our stand. It's too dark for us to film, too dark for us to shoot. We're gonna have to hang in there, and we kind of waited the next morning thinking that we'd get another shot at him, but that never happened. So we decided to take these 2 stands, move them to the ridge to the east where all this action's happening at, and fortunately for us, it seems to be a pretty good spot, as you'll be able to tell here in a minute.
It's kind of humorous how much noise there is right now. All I can hear is noise. We've got squirrels, we've got deer, chainsaws. Oh yes. You heard it, Big Daddy. Come here when you want Oh, God, I got him. Oh, God. Dude. I just got in here. I literally just got in here 5 minutes ago because I was too lazy to get up this morning. My dad asked me if I was going. I got in late last night. And I told him no. I was like, the base is up in this tree. You can go ahead and go, but I got up around 8:15. It was kind of making me sick that I didn't get up and go because I knew it was a good morning, and they've been doing good in this woods. They've been looking around, cruising and stuff. And I just got everything up here. I wasn't even gonna put the camera arm up because it's way above me. You can't see it, but on live you can see it. And Sitka-Five, the buck that I've been after, comes cruising right here through this thick jump. Comes up to about 15 yards, and I shot him straight through the front of the shoulder, so there was blood pouring out everywhere. And I think I got him. And I think my dad owes me some Sitka camouflage. He's not the biggest buck in the world, but we've been after him now for 2 years. I mean, last year he was in here, and he's just a buck that needs out of the herd. And I think I just did the job on him. I don't know about the footage. I don't know how good it was because I kind of got this camera arm so high above me I can't get in here really good. But he came 15 yards and I shot him straight through the front of the shoulder. So we're gonna have to go get him here, and I'm gonna call my dad and he'll be pumped.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Come back here.
Where you at?
I got him.
You did?
Yeah, 5 minutes ago I just shot him.
When did you go?
I just got here, 8:30.
Are you kidding
And
me?
I was here for 5 minutes and he come walking straight up the drain.
The 5-pointer?
Yeah,
Sitka-Five?
yeah. I think I shot him straight on, but I think
Alright.
I seen blood pouring off the shoulder.
Alright, I'm coming.
I think I shot him right. I'm pretty sure he was standing right here in between these. He was standing somewhere right in here, and he was coming like this. I drew when he was broadside, and then he come turning like facing right at me. There's blood there. Yeah, here's some. There's quite a bit there. There's quite a bit here. There's more. More. There's the arrow. Oh. I don't know what kind of sign that is. It didn't go in. I mean, it went in, but it broke off. I guess I hit the other. I don't know if it went through and hit the other shoulder blade or what, but we have quite a bit of good blood. Come out back here, so I guess it's stuck in there for a minute. So here's more blood here, and this is right here's our other stand that me and Jordan set probably, I think, 2 nights. And after sitting there the second night, we decided that we needed to make a move because everything we had seen had come over this ridge over here, and all the action kind of revolved around that and that dead tree over there, which we've always known that that's been a good spot, the dead tree, but we've tried to stay away from it in case it would fall while we were hunting. We didn't really want anybody getting smashed by a dead tree, so We went and took 2 of our other stands yesterday and come in here and hung them and set them, and now we're on this blood trail trying to find them. I can't tell. I don't know if that's him up there or not. Oh yeah, he's the one. He is the 6 from last year, isn't he? We made a promise last year that we were going to get him out of here. Well, it couldn't have really worked out any better this morning. I got some extra sleep. Dad he was waking me up at, what time was that, 5 probably? And I told him, well, the base is in the tree and everything. If you want to go, I'm going to sleep in. And I got up at about 8, and I was, going through my Snapchat and stuff, and I saw where some people had been seeing some bucks this morning, and I kind of got sick. I was like, man, I should have went. I knew I should have went. These deer are cruising through our woods chasing. They've been tearing it up for the last few days, and me and Jordan were after it pretty hard there for those 2 days, and we weren't able to get it done. I mean, this buck came in chasing, I guess the first night we were in there right at dark, and we couldn't get a shot. It was after dark, and it wasn't legal hours, but I went in about 8:30, 8:40, headed in the woods, ran a few does out, just slipped in there real quiet, and got everything set up. And I hadn't been there for probably 10 minutes, and I looked up the drain to my north, and here he comes, Sitka-Five, cruising up the ridge, and gave me a perfect, well, not a perfect shot, but a 15-yard shot. And I was able to slip the rage through the front of him, and he only went about 100 yards, and now I'm going to be able to go film Jordan a little bit, and it feels good to get one with my bow.